Hello, everybody. It's Lucas here again with Spiritually Seeking. I really have not made a video in quite a long time. I know it's fucked up, but I just been doing my own thing. Going through a little bit of personal things, a little bit of health related things, and just in all reality, a bunch of shit. Mainly though, what I wanted to focus on and talk about today, and the reason I even got the inspiration into making this video or another video, if you will, is to focus and talk about a little thing called family. What it means to you, how important it is to you. All family, just in general, I will say that, growing up, raised a certain way to believe certain things to meet certain standards, a little extreme and hard to handle, or it can be for some people. And when your brain is developing, like when you're growing up and you're still a kid, when your brain is developing, which is when you're a kid, I know God has always been my savior and always will be. And for me and you and everybody in this world, we have been given that blessing. We just have to take a hold and responsibility and accountability. Anyway, my point being is I was raised a certain way by a family who was raised by Christians, which is not a bad thing because I am a Christian myself. My grandpa, my dad's dad, who is thankfully still alive to this day. I mean, he's not doing very good, but he's still here. He was a Pentecostal preacher, so I didn't really understand what I was or what I really thought about, but I did know that I thought about God and Jesus and everything about what my grandpa told me about and preached about. But what I had read in the Bible myself, from whenever I get to go to church, or from whenever I went and was able to go to church, or was able to be at church and go to Bible school, or whatever, I used to think that my mom and my dad set the perfect example as a relationship and a marriage and what God wanted this world to be created out to thought to be. Um, you know, in the future, for me, my family, if that weren't to be the possibility, however, I'm a Christian, I always will be, but I'm also a sinner. There's been so many times in my life where I would pray at night. I would break down and talk to God in prayer and ask Him to show me something that He wants to show me, or direct me to the direction that He wants to lead me to or head me towards. All in all, we're all here for apparently some specific reason. And everybody's reason is uniquely different, but uniquely the same at the same time. For the same time, like, without my family, I don't know what I would do. Without my family to fall back on, whenever, like, I'm slowly starting to realize, by having my family and having to spend a long time with myself, it's making me appreciate my family a lot more than what I used to, because I'm starting to realize that in this world, family is really all you have. I mean, you do have the Lord, and you always will have, but family is, like, actually here in this realm. And by my experience, those are the only people that I can trust. I started to realize, by having to spend a long time with myself more than usual, well, I cherished and how I blessed I was, because I was blessed to have and still have a family that I have, but how long can your family put up with half of an input, their side, just so they can help you? Because you're in a situation now where you can't really, like, help yourself, even if you wanted to, because you don't have the ability. Can't drive, even if you did, like, have a vehicle. You probably shouldn't drive, which I don't have a vehicle, that's why I don't drive. I was told not to drive after my surgery, but whatever. When your freedom has been ripped apart from you, the piece of my heart that my baby mom has affected me in a type of way that I don't want to see anybody go through. I don't want to do it ever again. I took the bigger step, and I was the bigger man, and it responds more than once. She told me that she was pregnant, and it was mine. And then this was like 5 years ago. And said I was the dad. And I said, I always wanted a kid, but I always wanted to be with the person that I had a kid with. And she said no, basically. I always wanted to try to work out and be with the person I had a kid with or have a kid with because of how I was raised. But later down the road, before me and we found out that she was pregnant, I forgot to mention that me and her had a discussion on what her religion was. And this is what made me distraught and made me lose my attraction for her altogether. She did not believe in Jesus or God or anything like that at all. So I'm just trying to prove a point. Is everything friends hardly just if you can't be with somebody, then they're down? How do you expect the Lord to be with you whenever you're down if you can't be with somebody when they're down? Whenever I was down. How do you expect the Lord to be with you or accept you or forgive you when you're at your lowest, when you can't even forgive someone else when they were at their lowest? Because, I get down a lot. And it's starting to get scary, but I know God loves me like He loves all of you. And I just wanted to let you guys know that that the Lord loves you. He's taking account into everything that is happening to you that you do not deserve, the way that you're getting manipulated by whoever for whatever reason. You have to learn to have discernment, and you have to learn how to have forgiveness. But you can't be stupid about it. So therefore, let me make you an example. If I tell somebody not to smoke a fucking cigarette out of a pack of my cigarettes, and I go to my cigarettes and there's 12, and I tell them that right whenever I count it, there's 12 in there, okay? I come back about 2 hours later and there's, let's say 9, because I smoked a couple. Maybe I shared one. Some cigarettes are missing. Somebody's not telling the story. Somebody's not being true. And that's what I'm trying to say. When you can't be true to yourself, you cannot be true in your prayer. You can't be honest with the Lord. You can't put everything that you wish that you have not done, or that you done that you wish you didn't, on the table. And it's really fucked up because a long time ago, when I wasn't even here, probably whenever a lot of you weren't even here, this man suffered for I don't know how many days, starved, got nailed to a cross, a wooden cross, for me and you because he knew that me and you were going to fuck up in this world. But he knew that we needed glory and we needed forgiveness. And that's what I'm trying to tell you people. Don't hold grudges. But don't be stupid about forgiveness. Forgive once, twice maybe. After that, no. Which brings me to my next point. There is a lot of manipulative people in this world, especially these days, for the wrong reasons, and a lot of them work for the underworld and the ruler of the underworld. Lake of fire where you burn and do nothing but burn for eternity. And I'm telling you, to me, that does not sound fun. Doesn't sound like somewhere I want to be. And I'm trying to make this video just to let you guys know that you don't have to fucking be there. I don't wish that on my worst enemy. And I don't have a lot of enemies. I do have a lot of people that have wronged me, and I've done nothing about it. But I wouldn't wish that upon them either, because they're only human, just like me. We're not perfect. And we can't try to be perfect. And I'm not trying to say that we have to fucking try to be perfect. I'm just trying to say that we need to realize certain things, because the world's changing in a way that might surprise a lot of people. Or it might scare a lot of people. Or it might disappoint a lot of people. All I know is something's building up, because I feel the anticipation. I feel the weirdness. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but it's almost like everything's different. Like, shit's not the same as it was like 2 or 3 years ago. First of all, I can't remember the last time I made a video, but I think the last time I did make a video, I was talking about something along the lines where I felt like I was going through I don't know if you would call it a awakening or what, but I was going through something. I didn't ever really figure it out, but now I've been going through something for a while, and I've been kind of like just dealing with it alone and being quiet about it and talking to the Lord more about it than anybody, and it's like some of my close friends and family. But even then, it's like, well, what am I doing? Like, I'm 32, getting ready to be 33 like next year, and I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing here, Lord. I've asked the Lord so many times to show me what I'm still doing here, because dude, if you've watched my channel, some of you have and some of you haven't, some of you know that I've had so many chances to die. like I could have died, but I've escaped death somehow so many times. Even whenever I was a baby. And I don't know why I feel like there has to be a reason for everything. And I don't even know why I'm saying that. Maybe I'm only saying that because I feel like there has to be a reason for that. But I don't know if I'm ever going to find that reason or figure it out. I've talked to my mom and my parents about this. And I get upset sometimes about the way I get treated in this world. But there's going to be glory in my suffering. And, you know, I told my family whenever I make it to the gates to be judged, I'm going to ask the Lord, why did I have to go through all this different stuff that nobody else went through, at least not in my family? And maybe I'll get an answer that I'll like. Because right now I just feel weak. Which is fucked up because I know I'm not. And I got scars to prove it. Anyway, that's about all I really have to say.